thanks to some eagle-eyed fans, we might have the release date for the hero in Smash. Blocked content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Block Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. So thank you everybody who sent me these messages, these awesome tweets that actually confirm or seem to confirm some news that we know, of course, the hero is coming as the very first next Smash Bros. Fighter, and now it is a little bit more clear when we're going to get the fighter. There is information in this, and if there are any like Japanese fluent speakers in my audience, please come forward and help me translate this thing. I've been scrolling through different sets of comments and trying to get friends to look at this thing. There's not really that much clear information about this, but I really want to talk about it with you guys and kind of speculate. And I also want to talk about the leak culture in general, because some things have popped up and I really wanted to take the chance in this video to kind of talk about it. So for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are still giving away 3 Piranha Plant plushies. So remember to like this video, press thumbs up, really helps out the channel, subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below why you should have this Plant Boy plushie. It's the cutest thing, little puppet, and I can't wait to give it away at 50K. Alright guys, let's head right on into this. So what we're talking about today came to me through this Twitter user called King of Robo Copyright, actually tagging me and 2 gentlemen you might know as well, our good friend Lax Chris and also Papaginos from the scene as well. You guys won't believe this, but the hero's release date may have just been leaked, and linking to Push Dustin, and it's at Push Dustin on Twitter, so you can look this up, and is actually saying 7-Eleven in Japan has a pop-up display for Fire Emblem and Hero in Smash. It just says that Hero will be released in the summer. The pop-up display is only until the 4th, though. So this is interesting for a couple of reasons, and I've kind of read through what other people think of this. I've kind of, took a little bit of time to take that whole banner in. So a huge portion of the audience out there, the Smash fans, still think that Hero will be dropping in July. That's the month that we're recording this video at right now. So that would mean it would have basically 1 week to release. I don't think that's going to happen, and not just from this thing here. I think that generally it makes sense for Nintendo to go into August and release this character, right? To get a little bit of a head start on the new month, and I think it will be early in that month, not necessarily the first week, but definitely I think the second week would make total sense. All we know for certain at this point is that Nintendo has officially said that it's summer, right? We're gonna get this character in summer, and then of course Banjo and Kazooie is fall. Now that completely makes sense with the characters and kind of the, the way that we know them to be. So summer could definitely mean like somewhere in September too, because that's how long that goes on. But people have been speculating for the longest time that, hey, if you're going to release that character, you might as well do it soon, because people are talking about Smash and you want them to continue that discussion like we're doing here on Blocked Content. So we're just starting summer, so summer could still mean a long ways down the road, right? It couldn't, mean in a week or in a week or 2 or something like that. But early August is actually rumored by this image leak, as Push Dustin says in this tweet, saying 7-Eleven in Japan has a pop-up display for Fire Emblem and Hero, and right now it just says summer, but he follows this up saying the pop-up display is only there until the 4th, and what I understand is, that he's basically saying the pop-up display will only be there until that date. So that pretty much says to me that date will be the date that Hero has already been released or will release, right? Because there's no point to, advertise something on a pop-up display and then it's gone, right? I mean, you'd want to do that when the character releases, you want to do that leading up to the release, and then you have no need for it anymore. So that's very interesting to me. That already raised a few, eyebrows over here. And the other part of this is EVO, the fighting game tournament. Huge thing, live streamed everywhere, and it's awesome. I mean, there are really great fighting games, huge players from the entire scene. And of course, this ends on the 4th, so August 4th. So I was thinking it could be dropped at the end of the whole thing as a surprise. Not only do I think that it could be dropped at the end of this, there is a big part of me that thinks that it's extremely possible for two reasons. Number one, Smash Bros. Ultimate is a headliner of EVO, and that's, I don't think, happened quite a lot. So this is a really big deal, and I think that why it's a big deal is probably because Nintendo had, of course, to give the thumbs up for, using their content in the tournament. That's kind of how official things like EVO work. And maybe they said, well, we want you guys to have Smash Ultimate there, but there's one thing that we want. Have it as headliner so we can show you guys something awesome at the end. If Street Fighter or Soul Calibur or some other game was the final game, it would feel really weird to have some sort of trailer for Nintendo at the end there. But if Nintendo, ends this whole EVO tournament, if Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the final thing that people see, then when we have our champion, it makes complete sense for someone like Doug Bowser to jump on stage and, show a little bit of Smash. I think that would be really exciting. So for me, the 4th also lines up, not just with that standee leaving then, but also, of course, with EVO. So it's strange here. A lot of people have been saying 7-Eleven. Would that really be a thing that would leak something like this or would talk about this? The interesting part here is that 7-Eleven in Japan is a lot bigger and broader. It's also electronics and that kind of stuff. So that franchise of stores is very different there than here. And of course, we all know that not only 7-Eleven leaks like Hero's release date potentially, but Best Buy leaked Joker's render. So, what's next? Target leaking Banjo's soundtrack or something like that for Smash? It's really interesting that, these third parties, these, commercial add-ons, basically, these leak, basically, very important parts of the game. So, that's interesting to think about. I think that if we're just starting summer now, it makes sense to play Smash throughout the summer with a new set of characters, because of course the hero has not only one, but multiple skins to the character, multiple voices to the character. So I think that, if they have it at the start of summer, it's going to make a whole lot of people happy playing Smash. So I really want to know if you guys think that there's any truth to that August 4th thing. So that'd be super interesting to me to hear. So leave it down in the comments and let me know. And I just want to talk a little bit about leak culture, as I said before. I actually got a message from Sabi on Twitter. It wasn't a direct message. It was like a little, message mentioning the channel. And, a lot of people really love blocked content for the content that we created in the past. We started as sort of a media company. That was my idea for the channel, where I would make, voiceovers for TV shows, and I would do all this fun stuff and a lot of different shows and animated content. And of course, like with any YouTube channel, you quickly find out the content that no one wants to see and gets literally 10 views, not 10,000, but 10 views. So that world was very harsh and was very real and taught me to listen to the audience, right? So we went with blocked content through a whole set of different eras, right? I think the very first big era for blocked content was when Paper Mario Color Splash was about to come out. That game ended up being okay, not incredible, but leading up to the release, I thought it was a lot of fun to speculate about things, to do, analytic videos, to kind of analyze the trailers and stuff like that. And that's where I kind of found my footing, my voice for the channel, right? It wasn't supposed to be very comedic, even though I love comedy and I write comedy films for a living. So that's very strange. But, trying to inject these blocked content videos with just my opinion, not necessarily crazy personality traits or something like that. I thought you guys would really like just straightforward information, my opinion being voiced on it too, and just, have fun together and talk together. And that's why when the premiere function happened to YouTube, it was a lot more fun because we could actually chat together. So we did try some things with live streams, and we live streamed a bit of Super Mario Maker 2 just a few weeks ago, and that went over okay too. But yeah, after Paper Mario Color Splash, we got into a little bit of Super Mario Odyssey, and then came a tiny bit of, Nintendo NX or Switch leaks and talking about that kind of stuff. And I really noticed that everyone really loved that. And when that kind of died down and we got all the information, Smash Bros. Ultimate happened, right? And what was awesome about that is I am an animator in my blood, in my blood and in my soul. So what I wanted to do when characters like Ridley were announced was just make animated content, because that's really my background, and I wanted to fuse that. I was one of the Newgrounds animators back in that day, and all of my friends are basically on this platform doing incredibly well, and I just wanted to have a little bit of a part of that legacy as well. I really felt forced to also make animated content, and I would gladly do it. So I started the Snake Codec series, which isn't very heavy on the animation, but still, requires some, very incredible work with the voice actors that I work with, and that went over very well. A lot of people truly love the Snake Codec series, and it's not over. There's a lot of content coming for that because the fan outcry, right? Everybody kind of enjoyed that. There wasn't really a negative side to it, and everybody was happy to have some awesome Smash Brothers unique content. Now, we still ended up doing a lot of content about Nintendo games, about video games in general, that basically talked about things that were coming out, or rumors, speculation, leaks, and stuff like that, and discussing them, especially around the time of, I want to say, when Smash Bros. Ultimate was about to come out, and we were hearing stuff like the Grinch leak, and that's when, a lot of fans joined the channel. And that becomes a very interesting space, right? You have this one audience on the one hand that really loves animated, unique content, and on the other hand, you have audience that likes, speculative, leak discussions and stuff like that. So that's two very different things. And now, as of the moment of recording, Game Grumps as a channel has now announced that they are doing two separate channels, right? The Game Grumps channel does Let's Plays, and the Grumps as a channel, which you should subscribe to because their live action stuff is awesome, they do the live action comedy kind of skits and stuff. So it becomes very clear that YouTube and the YouTube audience, they're very honed into the thing that they want to see on a specific channel, which completely makes sense. I'm actually like that too. If I watch content from, say, my favorite channel, which is Red Letter Media, I really want to see one of a few things, which is either best of the worst or half in the bag or some, funny skits. But if they ended up, doing something really off field and something that didn't feel like them or didn't, appeal to me, that would definitely throw me off a little bit. So I completely get it from that point of view, but I don't feel like as a YouTuber, as a content creator, I'm big enough to even have two channels, even to work two channels. I feel like the idea here is to kind of unify people, right? Unite people. So that was really difficult to kind of get through, and I try with this new show, Battle Quotes, to kind of bridge the gap, right? It is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content, but it is animated, but it's simple, and it's, it releases sometimes on the same day as some other stuff, so I really hope to kind of get everyone involved with that, and there's no real great way to solve this problem other than to make another channel and to do double the content, and that's nothing that I'm looking forward to doing at this moment. That would maybe be something for the future, right? If I were to ever get anywhere as big as channels that are doing, multiple channels. But for now, I would like to find a middle ground. So I think everybody who has joined the channel throughout the years that we've had it, because we're relatively fresh, right? And we're, at the moment of recording, close to 35,000 subscribers, which to me is insane. I could have never, I think we started 3 years ago. And when I had my first 100 subscribers, I was jumping through the roof. I was so happy. We bought cake, we celebrated the thing, and now being at 35,000 and, rising very rapidly, it's insane to me. So I really feel a responsibility to you guys to, deliver awesome content and to not, have people clickbaited or have people come to the channel and not get exactly what they want out of it. So know that I'm trying to actively work on getting you guys content that you guys in the comments and through the view counts and the analytics ask for. I am working on that stuff, so I hope that you bear with me and you enjoy what I, bring out. And if you guys enjoy what that is, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to see something else, let me know in the comments. And thanks to my great buddy Alex in our crew, actually, it's a very great idea. We're going to do some polls, right, on the channel's community page. So if you guys want to voice your opinion on what you want to see, you very soon will have the chance to do that. Now, I talked briefly about Sabi before in this video, and this person is a journalist for Spiel Times and Ninsoup, and one of the most trusted and reliable rumor sources in the industry, self-proclaimed. This is on the Twitter, and of course, we've covered news by Sabi. So actually a person that we trust and we look forward to, hearing from, seeing content from, and talks a little bit about blocked content and thinking that our content might head the wrong way in the future, which, you know, without guidance, it probably will. You know, everyone needs basically their, you know, their little bit of a path. And I want to thank Sabi a lot in this video personally, because man, thank you so much to, you know, even reach out. We had a little bit of a conversation today as well, which was very friendly and very fun. And thank you so much for reaching out and actually, you know, working on this with me together. And I think now we've found some middle ground, and maybe there will be some sort of a partnership in the future. I really look forward to something like that. So thank you so much for reaching out, because, yeah, together we're building the future of the Smash fandom, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So for you guys who like this video, please comment down below, because your comment could actually be featured in our next video. Today's comment question is, do you think that the hero will release on the 4th? As for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from Vidjabros, saying,
I don't know if I would replay World of Light, but if they just add on to the jam-packed adventure it already is, like add some new elements and new features, new content, some new areas, enough to keep it interesting, then hey, maybe it could work. So yeah, I think maybe we can get a new World of Light content.
Well, thank you so much, Vidya Brothers. I should do 2 voices for you because you're brothers, right? Anyway, thank you so much for commenting about this. Yeah, I think some more adventure mode content, I don't really know if I want that, because I didn't really enjoy World of Light as much as I did, say, the Subspace Emissary or even the adventure mode from Melee. I think that they should just focus on something new for a new game and work on that, you know, and create these great platforming levels with a lot of awesome battles and hopefully cutscenes as well. I don't think we're going to get new World of Light content. If we do, I will definitely play it and stream it with you guys. So that's a very great idea. Thank you so much for saying it. And thank you everyone for sending in your comments. These are always a ton of fun to get through. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. You guys make blocked content absolutely possible. If you want to have yourself created in pixel art or blocked content style, join me for live discussions, or have your own ideas become videos, just go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of incredible rewards there and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the blocked content family, there's always room in this family. There's always room on this table. So click the subscribe button and ring that bell icon next to it for notifications. So every time we upload a new video, right at that second, you get a little notification and you get to watch it, or, you know, press save for later, which I always do with great content, so that I can, you know, get my perfect little moment and watch the video in all my glory. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya.